Hi everyone, welcome back to ITK Reviews. I'm just going to get them to introduce themselves real quick and tell us all about the play.
I'm Finella, Waddilove, and I'm the writer-director of Donut Drive. I'm Sarah Parkins, and I'm the actor who plays Bex in Donut Drive.
Fantastic. Can you just tell us, what is Donut Drive play? Can you just tell us about that?
It's a story about Bex, who's recently lost her dad, and it's kind of a story of survival, really, and what pulls you through, and friendship, and it's about her heading his company since he passed and how she's kind of struggling to do that and how her friend helps her through it in unconventional ways, I guess.
Can you just tell us a bit more about what inspired the play, if you don't mind? Is it based on real life?
Yeah, so it actually started because I wanted a showreel scene. It's like a 2-minute showreel scene. And like 5 years ago, we're best friends in real life. I asked Finella to write a scene for us, a comedy scene, but something that had some weight to it.
Of course.
And gravitas, and that was a bit moody. And we came up with, that's now scene 4 in the play, and then it just kind of grew from there. We did it at scratch nights and things.
How do you remember your lines? Because there was a lot, like literally from start to finish, there's no cut, you just go. And I feel like people don't realize just how technical plays can be. Yeah. And obviously there's props involved. Yeah. There's things you have to work with the sound, you have to work with lighting. How do you remember your lines?
Loads of actors get offended by that question, but I'm like, I find it really hard. I find it really hard to remember my lines.
Really?
And I think it's just
I did not come across that way at all.
We just drill them as much as possible together, and because there's loads of movement in it, I think it's about drilling it at like 5% with the movement, because all the props and the costume and stuff, it actually affects then the memory too.
Yeah.
So it's just drilling it. It might sound a bit actory, but to say it, but you've got to remember like what your character's journey is throughout the play. So that's to me. Like, okay, at this point I'm doing this and that, and just listening to the other person. If you're saying something, I'm like, okay, I know what I'm saying next.
I love that. Yeah. Okay, so could you just talk to me about the themes of this? There's like really strong heavy themes. Can you just talk to me about not just what inspired, but like also what drives you to like perform it in the way you did? Because you guys went through a lot of different emotions. Yeah. And it's still a comedy, but there's a lot of serious topics. If you could just talk to me about that real quick.
Well, I think because the showreel scene started off with the mistake that Bex makes.
Yes.
And then when I was expanding it, I was like, okay, why does she make that mistake? Oh, it's because she's struggling with her mental health, and that leads to destructive behaviour.
Yes.
And I think then it led me down the path of like, how does that affect people around you? And especially people that, like most of us, don't know how to speak about it.
Exactly.
And her best friend Yaz doesn't really know the right way or what to say that's going to make things better or understand her mental health problems.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it's just experiences around me, my own experiences of like struggling with mental health issues and just kind of wading through it. But ultimately, it's like the people around you that do kind of help you.
And for yourself, can you just talk to me about how you perform that? How do you mob that? I actually don't. It was fantastic, by the way. You should all come see the play.
We did a lot of like weeks and weeks of just like table work. Yeah. Talked about what our objectives were for the top of each scene, any shifts that might happen during each scene. What was my character emotionally?
Yes.
Yeah, really just like delved into their relationship and how Bex uses her as sort of like a bit of an anchor. She is her. Yeah, she was. Yeah, her rock.
My best friend and she's also my anchor. I cannot imagine going through any of the things I went, so I could understand that friendship and basically talking to each other when you need the person. Yeah, also I thought that was beautiful. Yeah, beautifully played out. Can you just tell me what you want people to take out of this play?
I think maybe that it's okay to not know what the right thing is to say to someone that's going through something, and conversely, if you are going through something, I know it sounds a bit cliche, but it's okay to not. It's okay not to be okay. It's normal to feel like absolute rubbish for a long period of time and not be yourself and make bad decisions and basically just forgive yourself.
Yes.
It's all right.
Perfect. And what about Lisa? Stuart? He has a lot of songs. Actually, I love the sound references. But yeah, what about you? What would you like people to take away from this play?
Just, that lean on people when you need them, and don't forget there's like people always around you.
Yes.
To help.
Yeah, thank you so much.